Hi, it's Tom Geraghty here at psychsafety.com. This is just a quick video about what psychological safety sounds like. What will you hear when there is psychological safety in your team? Well, you'll hear things like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know yet. You'll hear things like, I need help. I need some help. I don't understand this thing. Where can I find that out? I don't understand what the acronym means. You'll hear things like, I have an idea. I have an idea about how to improve things, how to change things. I've got I've got an informed idea. I've got a half-baked idea. We want to hear the ideas that aren't fully finished yet. You'll hear, or you might hear, I think we have a problem. I have a concern. There's something that I don't understand. There's something wrong. You'll hear, I disagree. Or I'd like to challenge that. I'd like to challenge this. I'd like to challenge the ways of working on this team. I'd like to challenge what we're doing here. I'd like to challenge authority, maybe. And you'll hear things like, it's okay, we can learn from this. And you'll hear things like, I made a mistake, or I made a really big mistake. And of course, they're the things we really want to know about. We want to hear the bad news, right? And so these are all the things you'll hear when your team is psychologically safe. When you're in a psychologically safe group, what's important to think about these things we might hear as well is that as a couple of things. Firstly, is that this might not be verbal. It might not be verbal only, and that doesn't mean that people aren't psychologically safe. If people want to communicate via written format, via an email or Slack or Messenger or writing on a Post-it note. That's still communication. We shouldn't force people to fit into our what we expect psychological safety to look like. People might not have a voice. They might not be able to speak in the native language of the group we're in. They might be deaf, use sign language, or use some other method of communication. That's okay. When we talk about speaking up, we're not always talking about verbally speaking up. The other thing is that by saying these things, by doing these things, they're not just a sign of a psychologically safe team. These are ways to foster psychological safety itself. These are ways to model psychological safety. So the more we do things like say, I don't know, I need help, I have an idea, I think we have a problem, I disagree, I'd like to challenge that, it's okay, we can learn from this, and I made a mistake. The more we do that, the more we're making it safe for other people around us in the same groups and teams to do the same thing. And that's particularly true if we're in a position of responsibility or power of some kind. Fundamentally, if we're a manager or leader and we don't feel safe to do these things, how can we expect other people who report to us to do so? So that's not really fair. So when teams are psychologically safe, you'll hear all these things. And to find out more about how to foster psychological safety, how to build psychological safety, how to get and to get the toolkits and newsletters, to join the community, sign up to workshops and training, and join meetups and all the other stuff that you can do, head over to psychsafety.com. And as always, drop me an email at tom@psychsafety.com if you want to find out more. And comment, subscribe, do all those video things, and I'd love it. Thank you so much.